Good morning, everybody. 5:20 toss time. As promised, we are sharp live at 5 o'clock. Here's the Brisbane test. These are live visuals. That's Devashish Sen joining us from the Gabba. Devashish, Gargi, very good morning to both of you. What is it like? Is there rain? It looks overcast, but there are quite a few people already. Devashish, build it up for us. Is there chance of rain? What is it looking like? How is the build up? Quite a few people already queuing up outside of the Gaba based on the visuals that you sent. Over to you, Devashish said.
Yeah, it's been pretty overcast, but no rain so far. And there is prediction of showers later in the day, but hopefully it stays away. And we can see the toss on time. Both the players are out on the field warming up. Since I'm outside, cannot really make out who is bowling in the in warm up. So we could have got a clearer picture. But as far as the weather is, it's pretty overcast. Pretty overcast, but there is a forecast of stars. But a great turnout, as is the case with the previous two test matches in Perth and Adelaide. It's a great turnout. There's a summer fest going on outside gate number 2, where a lot of Indian stalls. There's space painting, carbon making. So the build up to the test match is brilliant.
I'll make it a point because people are joining us from different parts of the world. Before I go to Gargi, I quickly try this. I don't know how many I can recognize, but Muna Raut, Mridul Rai, Kumar Shah, Shoaib Ilyasi, Abhirla or whatever it is, Arjun Chandrasekharan, Abhimanyu, Sajan, Ritudeep, Santosh, uh, very names out there. But all of you, whoever is joining from whichever part of the world, commenting, Anit Sadhu, good morning, good morning. I mean, all of you. But Gari, what incredible, huh? It is. This is the kind of ritual that you have for Australia. And by the way, you've been up since 3:30 a.m. India time, coordinating with our producers and everyone. Devashish sending all these visuals from very early up in Brisbane. This is the kind of effort I've always enjoyed in my colleagues. Look at this giant screen, people watching with their food and everything, a morning breakfast and picnic going on. It's overcast. Gargi, does that tell you win toss bowl first? What does it tell you? Look at these visuals. Excellent to see this party atmosphere outside of the Gaba.
Incredibly overcast. Oh, that's Indian decoration over there. That's pretty much a cultural.
India is this some Indian festival or something? This kind of the Gargi just said Indian decoration out there. Is it something festival?
That's an Indian festival kind of thing.
Okay, so but I love the weather actually. I mean, not great for the batters because overcast isn't that good. I think win the toss and bowl first. If India wins any team, if any team wins the toss, I think they'll like to go for a bowl first because look at the clouds. It's very overcast. And love the crowd that's already coming in. I mean, I love how Australia celebrates their sport every single time, no matter what city Devashish and the rest of the reporters are in, you always see a good celebration of the sport. You always see people lining up. Look, that's henna. So Mendi booth. So a lot of Indian celebration in Gabba this time we're seeing. But great from Australia. I love that they do all this. I don't think we see things like this in India. Never. I've never seen anything like this. Fan parks and all of this. Never seen this.
Yeah, I mean, and the good part is next week when this henna and face paint is there, Devashish and I can cover Gargi and Trisha sort of trying all of this out, Devashish. Can't wait for us to go and join you guys. Can't wait.
There's turban tying. So you guys do that then.
What is it? What is it?
Turban tying.
100%, 100%. But I can't wait for all of us to go and join Devashish in the Devashish, Shubhan, and Rohit in Australia. Devashish, what is the kind of demography like? Indians also. Brisbane has quite a sizable Indian diaspora. Are you seeing a good amount of Indian fans also first thing in the morning?
Yeah, but a good amount of Indians have turned up, and that festival is all to celebrate the Indians here in Brisbane. And as I have shown you, there's a festival that's going on that will be going on for the first 3 days of the test match. and there are a lot of activities going on. There will be Indian food, Indian Bollywood singing. So lot of things, lot of activities. Indian celebrations, I would say.
Yeah, and we can see these visuals that have been sent. Someone says IPL, Anit Sadhu, IPL fan parks. Yes, Gavi, that's a fact. IPL fan parks, you kind of get this kind of atmosphere there in the IPL fan parks. On it, absolutely. But the point we're making
Again,
in
it's
Test
just
match cricket, we don't. Yeah, I
yeah.
mean, unfortunately, we don't get this kind of atmosphere in India in Test match cricket. Even in Kolkata, for example. Even in Kolkata, for example, which is a traditional Test match hub, Mumbai, Chennai, which is a traditional Test match hub, we don't get this kind of atmosphere. Let's attack the elephant in the room. What is it? 15 minutes to toss. Devashish, yeah,
Let's
lovely.
hope
Excellent.
Devashish doesn't get arrested.
You know, Devashish, this is incredible. Yeah, nowhere in the world have I seen cops show this kind of warmth and love except to you. Clearly, you are a favorite. Whether it's in the US, cops have come and been part of our show thanks to you. Now I'm seeing it in Australia. What is it about you and cops?
No, they were just inquiring as to what is it that I am doing just outside the gate. So I explained it to them that of this we will be doing a live, and there will be people out there in the studio. And it's early morning in India, 5 a.m., and I will be joined here from the venue. So they got quite excited, and I actually wanted to see what is it like. An Indian journalist outside the gate and doing a live. So this is all about. And talking about the police here, they have been very cooperative. Everywhere I have been here, they have been very cooperative. Any problem, you can just go out to them, reach out to them, and they will guide you. So no problem whatsoever. I have been coming here since 2011, and it's been brilliant. And never ever I had the experience of being let down by the cops.
This is excellent. And Devashish always, yeah, I mean, a lot of people saying this. Devashish gives this vibe of friendliness. I love this about him. I mean, you look at him, working the hardest, always giving this vibe about friendliness. Fabulous, fabulous. I mean, Ajay Biswas, 80% fans in India come to see cricketers, but in Sena countries, they come to see cricket. There is a difference. Gavi, you want to take that? Interesting question. Cricketers and cricket, the sport and individual hero worship.
I think he may be right. I think he may be right because uh, the test matches that I've gone to, no one actually sits there except, of course, cricketers and who are actually interested in the game. There's a very small population of those people who would want to come to all 5 games and want to sit the entire day and watch the test. Of course, there's also a factor of comfortability. In India, I think that's the biggest factor because I think Australian grounds must be really nice. You have a really good atmosphere. You've got the Adelaide Hill sort of places to go and enjoy. With India, I think it's very uncomfortable to go in those stadiums and stay all day, except the good stadiums, Eden Garden, Wankhede. Delhi is a nightmare for me, honestly, because I remember once I went and half of the ground was blocked because of a wall. So I was sitting in such a seat that half of the ground was blocked, the view was blocked. So I can understand if people don't want to go and sit for the entire day. The food isn't that great, the facilities aren't that great. So I think that's the biggest factor.
Devashish, let's attack the elephant in the room. Somebody says that is a good point. C11 got joined by a certain author. Yes, wonder who the author is. Leave it at that for the moment, rather than tom-tomming my own books in the morning. But Devashish, from what you've seen, I think you went inside, is what you said, practicing fit players. Any sense you are getting about the 11? You said Ravindra Jadeja could be the only change. Any other change possibility that you're seeing? 10 minutes to toss. Let's build it up. Any idea?
Yeah, as I mentioned yesterday, it will be a toss-up between Washington Sundar and Ravindra Jadeja. I guess Ravindra Jadeja have a slightest of it, but as far as the fast bowling is concerned, you never know. You might also see a Akash given the conditions here. I thought the playing level will be influenced by the weather here. What I reckon, means whichever team wins with the toss will like to bowl first, given the conditions here. It has gone pretty overcast, and that might influence the captain winning the toss to field first and bolster their bowling. Australia have a very distant bowling attack, and with the inclusion of Josh Hazelwood, their fast bowling looks really strong. Indians, yes, it's supposed to be seen whether Harshit Rana gets another chance or the team management should love to experiment with Akash.
And by the way, Rohit and Shubhayan are doing Hindi live, is what I'm told. I mean, Shubhayan has already started. I think Rohit will also join very shortly, or has joined, should have joined. I mean, unless he's okay, he's on his way or something like that. But absolutely, Shubhayan is actually live from his phone, is what he's writing to me. Gill batting. He sent visuals. Gabby, if you can check with this, he sent us some visuals of Shubman Gill batting at the nets, or so rather photos. A couple of photos, if you can see Shubman Gill training at the nets. He sent us some photos. If you can put them out for our viewers. So
Then I'd
Shubman
have to
is
take
going.
the stream out of Twitter.
No, it's still photos. You can, no problem.
Achha,
You can
right.
put them out.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Early
It's still
morning.
photos. Just leave it on Twitter. It's fine. After 9 minutes is the toss. Virat has 1600s while Rohit has only 100. Is it technical? Look, there is no question that Virat has been one of the greatest test players of all time. And there's no debate on that. There's absolutely no debate on that. Look at this. This is just now Shubman Gill once again, visuals of him training in the nets. Last minute practice, last minute kind of getting ready. Shubhan has just sent us these visuals. Okay, let's go to Devashish on this one. Akashdeep will play, says someone who batted very well in England in 21. That was his best series. Abhimanyu, we need our batting to stand up in this test match. You nailed it. Our bowling can't bail us out every time. Devashish, you want to take that?
Yeah, absolutely. The bowling you cannot expect the bowlers to step up every time. It's time the batsmen also show some resilience and score some runs. Means whatever the conditions are, if the conditions are the same for both the teams. Let's face it. Means if India bats first, they have to utilize the conditions. Yes, the early first session will be tough for the top order batters. But if you go through, as Shubman Gill said it in the press conference yesterday, 30 to 35 overs till the new ball is taken, the conditions will be ideal for batting, and that therein lies and he also stressed on the importance of mental intent, and that is what you want. If a batsman gets in, he needs to make it big. He needs to make it count. So all eyes will be on whether Rohit Sharma opens the batting. That is the more point of interest for me. Whether Rohit Sharma opens the batting, that will send a very positive statement. But nevertheless, whoever opens the batting should look to give India a good start with their batting first.
Argi, Devashish says Rohit Sharma opening the batting, these kind of conditions under serious cloud cover, it will test Rohit Sharma immensely. I want to say, if he does that, it will be a bold call, but a very risky call as well when you're not in good shape. This will be one of the most important test matches for Rohit Sharma. And if he fails, the pressure will mount. Gargi.
I still think if India win the toss, they should bowl first. I mean, under this weather, under the overcast, it looks very treacherous. It looks the clouds look incredibly dangerous, and I don't think that will be supplement to our batting. You want to bat under good conditions, so I still think that if India wins the toss, they should bowl first 100%.
So she's saying bowl fast, lolly or lolil, whatever your thing is. Boria said, I'm a fan, living in the US, love your analysis on point. Thank you very much. Always good to see people from different parts of the world joining us. So thank you very much for your support. Pratap S, is pitch pe spinner ke liye kuch help hogi kya? Devashish, you want to take that?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. There will be much help for the spinners, right? Because I think it will be favoring the fast bowlers from both the sides.
Yes, this is actually a good one, Ritodeep Bajra. Off topic, Tim Saudi playing his last test match today. What an absolute legend of the game. Indeed. I mean, a word on Tim Saudi Gargi, absolute legend of the game for sure. And what a career. What a career. What a leader in every sense. I mean, wish Tim Saudi all the very, very best. Yes, a word on one Tim Saudi from both of you.
I think just like all the other players that we've grown up watching, I think Tim Saudi is right there, and he was that one bowler when a lot of batters were in had all the attention. I think Tim Saudi was one of the few bowlers who were still top class, and the fans absolutely loved. So great player, an absolute legend of the game, like you said, Rito Deep. It'll be a little sad to see him go, but of course, we've all grown up watching him. I especially, and I've loved to watch his bowling. Loved it.
Abhimanyu Saraswat have a question. We know Rohit is one of the best batters and stroke makers. Why can't he replicate what Head is doing at number 6 for Australia? Devashish, number 6, come and attack, take the attack to the opposition. But Rohit needs the confidence to be able to do that. Devashish said.
Yeah, absolutely. He does need the confidence, and but then he looked quite good in the training session here at the Gabba the day before yesterday. So if he can replicate his old touch, means even after 80% from Rohit will hold him in good state. And but then the thing is that if he opens the batting, it will be a lot more challenging compared to if he decides to bat at number 6. And if India can get a good start, then if he goes in at number 6, then it will be an ideal scenario for him to make use of the start. But I mean, obviously, you have rightly said, obviously, given the form he has been in, and given the struggles he has gone through, it would be ideal for him to go in at number 6. But at the same time, you want the captain to make a statement by opening the batting because he has opened for India in recent times.
Head last 3 innings at the Gabba have been golden ducks before the series in poor form. India need to make it uncomfortable, tuck him up on the leg side, add the short ball, add the inside the ball incoming and then going out. Plenty of stuff already going on in social media. Teams have got it, but it seems that Head has a knack for us in India. I mean, look at his this thing. Head is becoming a bit of a nightmare for us, Gargi. Every time, whether it's the WTC, whether it's the World Cup final, whether it's the Adelaide Test match. Unfortunately, Travis Head is a bit of a problem.
But you also need to take the opportunities that are coming your way. Last match, Siraj dropped him and he eventually went on to score 140. You cannot give opportunity to someone like that, Ravi said, who can just bat you out from the match. And that is what has happened in Adelaide. So the slip catching has to be top class if India has to make a match out of it, because there will be edges, there will be so slip catching will be incredibly important in this test match. And as far as catching is concerned, India cannot afford to let go an opportunity. And so, as the stick catches in matches, so yes, Travis said is a danger man. So is Manas Labuschagne. He's a local guy. Nathan Maxwell, another local boy. Steve Smith is not amongst the best of form. So if Australia is batting first, Indian bowlers would love to make only inroads in that first section because the conditions here are still overcast. So there will be a lot of help from the bowlers.
I completely agree. Completely agree with what Devashish said. By the way, quick super chat there. Take it to Pradyut Kumar. Another reason to dislike Ramiz Raja after listening to him on Babar and Rizwan. My wife was muttering only if you could be half as expressive. I don't know what to say to that. Gargi, I don't know what to say to that. If you want to make a comment, please do. But
I didn't understand what exactly.
yeah, maybe you can elaborate. I mean, maybe you can elaborate a little bit more because this was a left field question. I mean, which side exactly you're trying to take it, we could not understand. Comedy ke Dukan Lady Luck has also come for Shubman Gill. Hopefully, he's looked very good at the nets. He needs a big one. When will Shubman Gill arrive? We are listening to it for many years. He's a great player. When will he make impact? Can you want to take that from AJ?
Which one?
AJ.
Okay,
When will Shubman Gill arrive?
Yeah, got it. Uh, yeah, I mean, I think he hasn't had he definitely is a great player, and we've seen some very good contributions from him. But I think to make that big impact, to have that sort of legendary status, he hasn't had consistently huge impacts in the team. Something that turns the game around, turns the series around. I think we haven't seen that sort of. After Gabba, we haven't seen something like that from Shubman Gill. So if this series is that opportunity for Shubman Gill, for sure, for a lot of batters actually, Rishabh Pant, for Virat Kohli, for Rohit Sharma to step up. So this series offers an opportunities, not only for the senior players in the team, but also for the youngsters, Shubman Gill, Yashasvi Jaiswal. When you think of these batters, this is their time to shine.
Tell me something. Do you expect a lot more bouncers and a lot more spice in this particular match based on what we've seen from the Australians targeting the Indian tail? Do you think the Indians will kind of silently give it back to the Aussies? That, yeah, here it is. You tried it, you against us, we will do the same against you. Do you see a lot more spice in this particular test match?
Was that for
Devashish
me?
sir? Yeah, for you.
Yeah, obviously, the short ball will be shorting the armory for both the fast bowlers, both the fast bowlers of both the teams. So yes, Shubman Gill gave a great reply when he was asked yesterday that Australians have been targeting their short balls and maybe papering with more short balls here on this Gabba track, to which Shubman replied in the batter with the straight bat and said that yes, all the top order
Devashish,
batters are.
I'll stop you there.
Is there,
I'll stop you there.
yeah,
I'll stop you there. The team,
won the
KL
toss and
Rahul,
elected to
Yashash.
field. India won the toss and elected to field.
Yes, India wins the toss and elects to field first, and the team KL Rahul, Yashasvi Jaiswal opening. No Rohit Sharma. He is at number 6. Shubman Gill, Virat Kohli, Rishabh Pant, Rohit Sharma, Ravindra Jadeja, as Devashish Sen had predicted. Nitish Kumar Reddy, Jasprit Bumrah, Mohammad Siraj, and Akash Deep, as Rohit Juglan had predicted. So we have both those changes in the team. Rohit Juglan, 2 changes is what he had predicted. Devashish had predicted Ravindra Jadeja. We've got both those changes in the team. So Akashdeep Singh, under overcast cloudy conditions, will get the ball to move. Jasprit Bumrah, Mohammad Siraj and Akashdeep Singh. That is the Indian side. India wins the toss, elects to field first. Devashish Sen, have a crack before I go to Gargirao.
Yeah, absolutely, and as I've been mentioning that given the way Jadeja practiced in the nets for last couple of practice sessions, one would have imagined that he would be getting a chance, and that is what has happened. But it was heartening to see Akashdeep. Yes, one would have thought that he would have got a chance in Adelaide itself for the pink ball sales, but then it's a bit harsh on Harshit Rana because yes, in pink ball. He did not have that experience, but given the way he performed in that first test in Perth, one would have hoped that the team management would have given him another chance. But Akashdeep is also a good choice. He has been very impressive. He has been super impressive right from that next session in Perth and leading up to this test match. So and the good thing that he will have the conditions in favor of him. Now that India won the toss and elected to bowl first, so Bumrah, Siraj, and Akashdeep would like to utilize the conditions here, having won the toss and selected to bowl first.
Gagi, your first comments. Win toss, bowl first is what you've been saying for a pretty long time. You've got it right. Our reporters got it right. Rohit Juglan continuously was saying 2 changes. Akashdeep Singh and Ravindra Jadeja. Devashish was spot on with that Ravindra Jadeja change. This is excellent to see your first thoughts on the team and the toss.
Yeah, I was also predicting Jadeja to come in, of course. I was a little surprised with the Akashdeep thing, but if you had told me this 2 days ago that Akashdeep would come in, maybe I would have said maybe Harshit Rana would play. But now with the overcast conditions, it makes perfect sense, and it looks like the perfect decision to get Akashdeep in. He's going to get that seam movement. He's going to move the ball. and it's going to be a nightmare for the Australian batters, hopefully, because Akashdeep is very good at controlling that line and length. And from what we've been hearing from Rohit and Devashish and Shubhayan, he's been bowling very well in the nets, and that's what you want. That's what you want Akashdeep to replicate. Hopefully, this will be the best call. I think it already is. It looks, with the overcast condition, Akashdeep looks perfect in the team.
Rohit Sharma listed at number 6, Devashish, but any chance he will open?
Maybe Boreala, because the conditions will be uh, more suited for batting in on day two. If India can get the Australians bowled out, say by today or tomorrow, the second session on day two will be ideal for India to bat, and there is not much prediction of rain tomorrow. The sun will be out, so ideal conditions for batting, and ideally Rohit Sharma should walk into open the batting for India. That will send a strong statement. Yes, one might argue that the captain is not looking in the best of form, but even so, I would rather say that Rohit to open the batting. Given if India bats in the second session on day two, the conditions will be ideal because the forecast for tomorrow is not that bad compared to what it is yesterday, what it is today. Because later in the day there is definitely forecast of stars and thunderstorms and a couple of patches of thunderstorms.
Let's spend a little bit of time on Ravindra Jadeja. Gargi, why don't you start? He has been an incredible servant of Indian cricket. Look at the Melbourne turnaround. And by the way, none of us have anything against Washington Sundar. We think Washington Sundar is an extremely bright kid, will have a great future ahead, will play a lot many more test matches. But at the same time, we have nothing against Ravindra Jadeja's selection either. He will always be a good selection for India as a batter, and he will contribute always on the field with his energy. But Gargi, this is a big call. You've gone with Ravindra Jadeja. He was one of the people helped in that turnaround in Melbourne in 21. He will have good memories of that series. Your thoughts on Ravindra Jadeja?
I was backing for Ravindra Jadeja's inclusion in this test. Of course, all the points you mentioned. In this condition, also, I think it's a good idea to have a left arm option in Jadeja, and he's going to give you that depth as well with the conditions. If overcast conditions continue, you're going to need some batting depth in your team, and Jadeja gives you that. And with the bowling, I don't think I have anything to say. He's incredible, and on the field as well. Not that not that there are any complaints with how India is performing on the field with the fielding and everything, but still, I think Jadeja is one of those players that just help your cause, and he's a 3D player, if I may say so.
Devashish, Gargi makes the point about the field. I think Jadeja, had he been in Siraj's place, for example, if he's the one out in the deep, I still remember that, all of us remember that run out from deep, and that set it up last time round. Ravindra Jadeja would be critical. Gargi, there's a new video that Shubhayan has sent, you can use that. There's a new video which you can use. It's updated. They're sending more visuals because Devashish is live. But Devashish, a little bit more time on Ravindra Jadeja. You share a very good rapport with that guy. He's a good chirpy fellow. When in a good mood, he's an excellent human being to kind of have a chat with. Your thoughts on Ravindra Jadeja?
Yeah, obviously, yeah, and he has been India's go-to player when it comes to across be all formats. So Ravindra Jadeja as an all-rounder brings and he adds so much into that table. And given the way we saw Jadeja, the body language, we could notice that body language in Ravindra Jadeja compared to what it was in the first two test matches. Clearly, there was some message that was passed to him after that Adelaide defeat. So he was enjoying. He was enjoying the moment. He was having a great knock in the middle, rolling his arm over. So clearly, you could make out that he has got the signals. And yesterday, I did mention that the BCCI the video that was my gut feeling that the BCCI the media team was continuously capturing Jadeja. So that there was an indication for us that Jadeja might be in the playing 11, and that is what it is. And he has been a great bowler for India. Means, he can make useful contributions with the bat, and also when it comes to bowling, as well as his agility on the field. That will be brilliant. And so Jadeja will lend more balance to the and talking about that solidity in that middle order with Nitish Reddy, Jadeja, we will have a very solid middle order. What do you think?
Yeah, and also the left-right combination will continue with Ravindra Jadeja and that left option. You have that left-right. Look at it, Jasasvi Jaiswal, and from the very top, KL Rahul, left-right, and then you have a Shubman Gill, a right-hand option, a Kohli, a right-hand option. Once again, a Pant, a left-hander, Rohit, a right-hander, Ravindra Jadeja, another left-hand option. So clearly, India will be able to disturb the lines of the Australian bowlers. We will come to that in a little bit. Look at these visuals, outstanding visuals. Can we take 30 seconds to talk about these visuals before we kind of go into the importance of this first session? These are current visuals being sent by Rohit Juglan, Shubhayan Chakraborty, and Devashish Sen is already on the live with us. Still very overcast. Still very overcast. There'll be 30 seconds on the visuals before I ask Devashish Sen and you about how important this session is. Win toss, bowl first is one statement, but now your captain has given you that kind of cherry. Bumrah and Siraj and Akash Deep Singh. How important is this session going to be for India? Yargirao.
Incredibly important. And look at those Santas. Hopefully,
We must do this. We must do this. Devashish, you and I must dress in Santa this thing and do something special. And you and I must do something special in Melbourne. You get prepared from now. But yes, Gargi, take it on.
yes, I think Santa grants our wish and gives us this win, because this will be important, and Gabba is always important. So when you look at this crowd, I mean, incredible crowd still pouring in. At the time when Debashish was sending the visuals, it was still a bit early, but now when you look at it, there's so much crowd. My goodness. And you never see this in India for a test match, so I think it makes it that much more special. But what I'm more relieved about is that it's very overcast now that India is bowling first. I like that it's very overcast. If India was batting, I would be very scared right now. But very incredibly overcast right now, and I think India has made the best possible decision that they could have made. And I'm just looking forward to see India bowl right now.
Absolutely, I agree. I think Devashish is giving us live visuals. Gagi, can you just make that into full screen? He's giving us live visuals from outside. Yeah, there you go. These are live visuals from outside the Gabba. Devashish Sen giving us these visuals. Not the best internet connection, always happens from outside the stadium where there are jammers and stuff like that. But you can understand the vibe. You can understand the vibe. Rohit Juglan, where is he? He and Shubhan doing the Hindi, was doing the Hindi, will do the Hindi. He'll join us. Don't worry. He'll join us in the lunch show and post match show. And we've got a lot of people on ground. So let the reporters do their respective beats, and all of them will be together as well. These are live visuals which are being shown by Devashish Sen. I like the vibe. What I'm also enjoying, Garli, it's not cold. Look at them. Everybody's in a t-shirt. I've not seen one jumper. I've not seen one jumper in Brisbane. So clearly a bright Australian summer. Today it's overcast, but it's a lovely Australian summer. No chill. Devashish Sen's jacket is not there, and lot of color. Gargi Rao, take it over.
Very different from what I'm experiencing in Delhi right now. It's 7 degrees in Delhi. It's sort of warm.
And in Kolkata, it is some 11 or 12, and every Bengali will bring their monkey caps on. Trust me. Tomorrow morning, I'm hosting the Procam Marathon. I've got my call time is 3:45 a.m. In the Maidan at Red Road. I will see monkey caps everywhere. Traditional Bengali attire.
Yesterday morning it was 4.5 here in Delhi. So I mean, it's very good, but I love the cold. I'm a little scared to go to Australia and bear the heat right now. But the weather looks lovely. I mean, if you think from a perspective of a spectator, this is the best time to go out in the field, enjoy your picnic, enjoy time with your friends and family, and watch the match. and it's going to be that much more interesting with overcast conditions and India bowling. I think this is going to be a very good treat. The first session is going to be very important for India. I love I love how groups of people have coordinated their outfits. Everyone's wearing the same shirts. I've seen about like 5 groups till now who are all wearing the same shirts. That's lovely to see. I love that they celebrate their sport like this. But see, more people with the same clothes.
Devashish Sen, you're showing us some excellent visuals. Do you want to talk over them? Whatever you are seeing, just a live kind of commentary, last 10 odd minutes on the show. Devashish Sen.
Yeah, Borila, as we speak, the sun is out. Sun is out. So that's a great news. Means for the test match, but Australia uh, put into bat will fancy because if they can get past that early first session, means the batting conditions will be a lot more easier. Means, so yes, one would have thought that it will remain overcast as was the prediction, but suddenly the sun is out, and Australia the Australian openers will feel a lot more confident. But India has someone like a Jasprit Bumrah who has been phenomenal in this test series so far. So for India, obviously they need to make those early inroads. If they can get rid of that Australian top order, someone like a Maxwell, although he scored runs in Adelaide, but he is the weak link along with Khwaja, who has not looked in the best of form. Yes, and then Steve Smith also. And in the last two test matches, he has only scored 19 runs. But in the last time the Australian team played, he had 6 matches for a 91. So that will be in his mind. So yes, it's a great atmosphere. The build up to the test, first day of the test match, Moriara, there's quite a few number of people coming in, and we will see more and more people coming as the game progresses.
You know, the pitch report, Gargi says there is going to be a little bit of assistance at the top, which is expected in Brisbane, but it can get into a good batting deck going forward. So you need, now that you've bowled first, you need wickets in the first session. Absolute urgency. Wickets in the first session. That's hugely important for India. If you don't get wickets in the first session, this entire toss advantage will be nullified, Gargi Rao. Two fantastically important sessions coming up, rather hours.
Exactly. You need good wickets in the first session. Shubhan Goel is saying need 4 wickets in the first session. Otherwise, Australia can bat India out of the game. That is a possibility, especially with Debashish now saying that the sun is coming out. That's scary. But at the same time, you expect India to make early inroads and get 2, 3 wickets, maybe 3 to 4 wickets, like you said, and that'll be perfect for India. That will be the perfect start for India. After that, maybe you don't expect Australia to crumble. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. I can't predict that. But you have to make sure that the first session counts. You have to make it worthwhile.
100%. Win toss, if you can't make the first session count, now that you've chosen to bowl, then you're giving yourself a massive disadvantage. But this wicket, win toss bowl, Akashdeep Singh, there will be assistance, there will be movement with that red cherry. He will keep hitting that seam. And the moment he hits that seam, expect a bit of movement with that greenish tinge. Typical Brisbane summer day. That's who says this? That's bowl ox. But 29, 30 degrees with 80% humidity feels more like 34, 35 degrees. So yes, very reasonably okay summer day if you say not too hot. But that, and Devashish, behind Devashish, you can still see it is not that sunny. I mean, even if the sun is out the first session, there will be assistance for the faster bowlers. Make no mistake, first day at the Gabba, whoever is bowling, there will be assistance. Devashish said 2, 3 wickets, 3 wickets at least, not 2 also. 2, 3 wickets are critical for India in the first session.
Absolutely, Bodhira. Means if you win toss, the first thing that you would want is to make early inroads, utilize the early moisture on the wicket, and get those breakthroughs. And if you can get into that Australian middle order, say at the stroke of lunch, maybe 3 wickets, that will be and that will be brilliant for India. India cannot ask for more. Means if you win the toss and if India can get at least two or at the most at least 3 wickets. That will be job well done for the Indian team.
Gargi, who do you start with? Akashdeep Singh for sure, because at the top of the order with the movement, get Siraj first change. Is that going to be India's plan? That Jasprit Bumrah starts with Akashdeep Singh, always a good bowler against the left-handers, will come round the wicket straight up against Usman Khwaja and move the ball. Do you start with Bumrah and Akashdeep and then go to Siraj?
Absolutely, nothing more to add to that. Akashdeep, I mean, with the seam movement that he gives, he will be absolutely pivotal in this game. And I hope he performs that way and gets us, good wickets in the first session as well. I'm backing him. I'm backing him to take a lot of wickets today, especially in the first session. You are counting on Akashdeep to get you that movement. You are counting on Akashdeep to get you those wickets as well. Bumrah, of course, will always be there. He's a top bowler, and Akashdeep on the other end, if he's able to dry up those runs, if he's able to take wickets on the other end as well, I think nothing could be better. That would be the perfect innings for India. And honestly, right now everything depends on the bowlers in the first inning. Pretty much the entire day depends on the bowlers.
Okay, India has never won a test match, Ashwin says, when they have chosen to bowl after winning the toss, but stats need to change. Ashwin, stats need to change and never depend on a toss, statistic and take your decision. Take the decision based on your strengths and what you see in conditions and what you feel confident in. I don't think India will go in with this stat that you've given. I don't think this is playing in anybody's mind at the moment. Devashish Sen, Jasprit Bumrah and Akashdeep, or Jasprit Bumrah and Mohammad Siraj? Akashdeep, whenever he has taken the new ball, has done very well with the new ball.
Yeah, I would also feel so. Means of he gives the new ball to Akashdeep, given that he has done well. We talk about that series against New Zealand where he did reasonably well. So I would really feel that now that he has been picked, he has been picked in the playing 11. He should be given that new ball because he can utilize the early swing, what is on offer, and then 1/10 perhaps Mohammad Siraj.
Last 3-4 minutes on the show, Gargi Raut, you are our prediction lady. You mota muti get it right. India has never won a test when day one is Friday, boss. I really don't know these stats. Day one is Friday, clouds in the sky, humidity of 54%. Now let's add a few more to that. When Devashish has been in Australia and we have been in India. When it has been 5 o'clock and Gargi is wearing a pink and a green, Devashish is wearing a blue and I am wearing a black. Now Bharat has not joined us. Trisha is still sleeping. Come on. What are all these statistics? I mean, enough. But Akashdeep bowls first change for Bengal. This is not Bengal. This is India. He's done very well for India up front. It can go to Siraj and Bumrah as well. But the captain will have this thought in his mind that Akashdeep bowls very well at the top. But Gargi, predictions. 3 more minutes on the show. Predictions at lunch and break at 7:50. If there is no rain, we will be back at 7:50. If there is rain, we'll keep you updated as to when all of us join back. But predictions, Gargi Raut first, then Devashish said. Let's Devashish because he has to go in. Devashish has to go and take his photographer position. Devashish, why don't you give us your prediction and then go in and we'll catch up with you at lunch and break. Devashish said. Devashish, no prediction before you go in.
No, his internet is bad.
Okay, then let him go in. Let him go in. Devashish, then thank you very much for joining us. You can go in. We'll get you back during the lunch break. Gargi, your predictions. India will start with Siraj and Bumrah. Don't see that changing, Shubhan. That's absolutely fine. But Akashdeep is a certain option after maybe 3 overs. A quick burst. Protect Bumrah for a second burst unless he gets you a wicket already. And try rotating because Akashdeep is an absolute wicket-taking bowler. Gargi.
Siraj and Bumrah is always the first option that you have, but I have a little bit of a feeling that it's going to be Bumrah and Akashdeep, just because he gives you a lot of movement. And then for prediction, although I'd like more, I think 3 wickets in the first session before lunch.
3 wickets, says Gargi Raut. 5 more minutes. By the way, Pat Cummins has said at the toss he would have done one of the two. What does that mean, Gargi? I mean, one of the two means
One of
obviously.
the two?
I mean, you
Bat
can't say
or
I
ball?
won't play. Yeah, exactly. I mean, what does this mean? You can't say I won't play. So what else could he have said? This is quite fascinating. The toss report that we saw, Rohit Sharma said little bit of overcast conditions, and he mentioned the overcast conditions. He mentioned the grass. He mentioned the conditions and said India looks to make the best use of the conditions. Clearly, he's given his bowlers the ammo and has told them set it up, set it up. Gargi Raut says 3 wickets. Fingers crossed, and I can't say ghee shakkar because she will avoid her sugar first thing in the morning. But a good, lovely cup of Darjeeling tea with the Delhi cold won't be a bad idea at all. So a lovely cup of Darjeeling tea to her. I will make my tea and sit down and watch the game. Time to close the show with a promise to be back at 7:50. No rain. India in the driver's seat at the Gabba. What a test match this promises to be. We will get Devashish and possibly Shubhan and Rohit as well. For the moment, Gargi, to all our producers, make it a point to say Neil and Prakash and Abhinaba and whoever joined us first thing in the morning at the back end. Of course, to our team in Australia and to Gargi, thank you very much for joining me. To everybody who watched us from different parts of the world and asked all your questions, excellent, excellent. Dipto Ghosh, Rohit Sharma ke boshiye dik, bhai is still your captain. That's not happening at the moment. Let's back the team. Thank you very much, everyone, for watching. Back with you in about 2 hours from now with India in the driver's seat.